I was here at Apatolo exactly almost 1 year ago today while attempting Monkey Madness 1 on a level 16 hardcore Iron Man using only raw potatoes. But today I'm facing a challenge I would say which took even more patience and skill. I'm attempting to complete Monkey Madness 2 at the lowest possible combat level in the entire game, all while avoiding combat XP in both preparation and during the actual quest itself. Just a reminder, if you all enjoy what you see later in this video, a subscription to my channel is greatly appreciated and you'll get notified with new uploads as soon as they're out. As well, my merch store is still open and these videos take a lot of time to produce, and I mean a lot. Therefore, if you wanted to show some monetary support, which is completely optional, you could go check out my new items on the merch store, which I will link in the description. Some of these include the new Rendi poster made by Legend Arts, representing the 4 combat fire cape, and I've also recently added a join button to the channel. But anyways, let's get down to business. Monkey business. Monkey Madness 2 is the first Grandmaster quest to hit Oldschool Runescape, and let's just say I've never done this quest on any other build or even a main. I've never really had the option to since it has such high requirements and all my accounts tend to be lower combat levels. The lowest level I could find anywhere that completed this Grandmaster quest was level 56. Now, they had used a cannon to actually train the Slayer up and had avoided hit points experienced for this requirement, even at one point saying it was the only way to train Slayer. That is because this quest has a whopping level 69 Slayer requirement. Luckily, there are other ways to not use a cannon and train Slayer without range XP, and I've shown these in a couple previous videos. There is this one method I have been using for quite some time, being Partner Slayer combined with neutral damage and last hitting zeros. This grants you around half XP in Slayer per kill, and this method comes out to be around only 5,000 to 10,000 total Slayer XP on average per hour. This means if I was to go for the lowest level Monkey Madness 2 possible, then I would need well over 130 hours invested into multi-logging accounts using this partner method and training my Slayer all the way up to 69. And this is exactly what has stopped me in the past from ever even touching this quest during my Lower the Better series. But one man made this quest possible, and that man is Tedious. Tedious is a content creator who was actually the first on YouTube to show this very hidden partner Slayer method, and therefore he had an old level 3 combat account with around 70 Slayer when he made the video a couple years ago. He gave me the account to use specifically for this video and to train this unique level 3 up for a Monkey Madness 2 quest completion. Now, if Slayer wasn't enough in itself, I had an entire list of requirements to run down for other high level skills such as 70 crafting, 60 hunter, 55 agility, 55 thieving, and 60 fire making. Once again, all these requirements really pushed my 2-week upload date to a stretch, and therefore I had my good friend Chessbra help me to train these stats, so I wanted to have a big shout out to him and both of these great friends for helping me along the way for all of these skill requirements. Now, if the skill requirements weren't enough, well, I still had a lot, and I mean a lot of quests to complete before being able to start Monkey Madness 2. The first of these quests were the Tree Gnome Village and Grand Tree, both rewarding attack XP to this level 3 account. To do these quests without ruining the hit points experience of this account, I would cannon both of the bosses from safe spots while using Chessbra as a human block. As well, during the Grand Tree, I would specifically use Chessbra's ults to block the bats that spawned all around, while being able to place my cannon in a specific location to kill only the demon boss and not the 100 rats running around the area behind him. Next, I would have to complete Monkey Madness 1. Unlike the potato-only hardcore Iron Man, I decided I would take on this quest entirely solo, all with only 10 hit points. To do this, I did part of one small favor for Guthic's Rest unlock to boost my hit points to 15 over 10 throughout the quest, as the hardest hitting NPC was the monkey skeleton in the tunnel, maxing at 14. I also used the tall grass in a lot of areas to safe spot monkey archers. It's a little known fact, but this tall grass here actually makes you completely invincible and invisible to these archers. The tunnels themselves were a breeze, as I used chocolate cake combo eats and Nuggethics Rest while avoiding clumps of NPCs. At the final boss fight, as shown in prior videos, I would enter the fight, ticket the demon's attack, then go down the trapdoor to despawn the demon. From here I would go back up the ladder and go set down a cannon once he had despawned.
Unstoppable.
After Monkey Madness 1, I would need to collect all monkey bones for Grigris used in the Recipe for Disaster portion. At this point, I was allowed to access my friend Mauler's account to see if I could in fact use this old bugged account with RFD done and no Darrow training, then to start MM2 without the combat XP. But it seemed unfortunately that the Gnome King you start the quest with would not give you the Monkey Madness 2 starting dialogue, and instead would insist you see Darrow for training. So this meant no matter what, I would have to take the combat XP reward from Darrow after the Monkey Madness quest for training. And in order to minimize my combat level, the attack and defense reward would be far more acceptable than the strength and hit points reward, as it would lower my combat and combat XP. After accepting this painful combat XP reward from Darrow, I returned to complete the RFD portion of King Awagi. The only different part during this quest was the final snake pit, which is a multi-area that has these snakes dealing upwards of 14 damage each. Here it is extremely easy to die, but I could run into a corner and set up my cannon perfectly in order to trap these snakes on top of one another, all while taking 0 damage and allowing my cannon to damage all of the snakes, even the one I was standing on top of.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Next, I took on some more required quests such as Watchtower, the Eyes of Glufrey, Enlightened Journey, and lastly Death Plateau along with the Troll Stronghold. Now with the Troll Stronghold quest, I would once again have to utilize a cannon to minimize my hit points experience, and since I had now attack and strength XP from the Darrow reward, this meant I could get both upwards of 53 ranged and magic before being based in either of these. Death Plateau's small attack XP reward was the last combat reward I would gain from any other quest in this video, and after this you can therefore see my new stats I will have to take on Monkey Madness 2. As well, Chespra thought I would need a new name change. Now with the 10 massive quests completed and a shitload of skills, I was finally able to actually go about starting Monkey Madness 2. To start the quest off, I had to do the obvious mundane task of creating this note, and well, you might just want to remember this for later in the video. The real struggles began to come inside the path on the way to find Kruks. I decided to actually go tank route over the agility route for several reasons. Well, the first was I was only 55 agility, meaning I would likely fail hundreds of times, and well, there were mass loads of maniacal monkeys at the bottom of every failure, meaning I would likely need to teleport out every single time and then come all the way back. Therefore, Chespra had the brilliant idea, and I quote, "The tank route will be easy, I'll just guide you through it and everything will attack me instead of you." He had trained for days and mapped out how we were going to do this, all while planning to be my escort on his 2 alts. Therefore, with his masterful wisdom, there is no way in hell this idea could ever fail.
What's the point of doing the... Shut up, bro. Tank's faster, trust me.
No, it's not.
When have I ever been wrong about anything?
Literally right now.
Tank bra.
Versus
Tank route.
This is so easy. They don't even attack you. Yeah, come up.
Should I brew and stamina?
No, you don't even need it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wait, what?
Okay, I'm safe right here. Now what? Okay, no, I'm not safe. I'm not safe at all.
How is that attacking you? I've got them all right here. What the fuck? This is so fucking eggs, bro. Maybe you should have done agility.
Never wrong. Well, it turns out every monkey archer will fire at you no matter who originally takes their aggression, and this tank route has multiple pathways dependent on each player's RNG, so therefore I would get destroyed every time I ran into almost any room, even with Chessbra's help, and well, Chessbra couldn't even go into half the rooms I was, depending on the start of this god-awful maze. As well, he just couldn't figure out which account was which out of the two he was moving half the time.
I'll floor it on this.
No!
So once again it was up to myself, not Chessbra, on solving this tank route to Kruk. I had devised a plan, and I'll be damned if I'm going to spend upwards of 2 days game time crossing either of these paths. I thought to myself and quickly came to a realization. Well, what if I was just fake logged for the whole path? None of these NPCs could attack me because they would think I'm logged out. Now, I've shown fake logs in the past for videos such as the overused combat fake log. Most of these fake logs you can't even move with, or even if you can, it's only a matter of 10 seconds until you are auto-logged out. And therefore, those wouldn't really have any effect in this very long maze. And I would need something that lasted at least probably 10 minutes or more of fake log to get through this whole damn thing. So how would I extend a 10-second fake log into a 10-minute fake log? Well, there could possibly be one item and one dumbass looking strategy which I discovered just a few months ago, which could take that fake log up to the 10-minute mark.
Poorly coded damage inflicting overload potion copy.
I found out during the Calphite Queen video that divine potions can actually extend your combat timer past the initial 10 seconds before being able to log out. So this gave me the idea, would I be able to extend a fake log past the 10 seconds as well? And of course, this worked perfectly, and for every divine potion I sipped and took 10 damage, I was able to extend my fake log timer by yet another 10 seconds, but I would have to heal with 2 brews between each of the 10 damage to make sure my HP never got too low to where I couldn't use that divine potion under 10 hit points. But even a full inventory of divines and brews wouldn't get me near to 10 minutes, so even after all of this, Chessbra had a part to play in solving this maze. Now at the beginning of these obstacles there are 3 maniacal monkeys which can kill me, meaning I need to fake log before even passing them. And at the bottom of these obstacles, well, there's about 100 of these maniacal monkeys which could easily one-hit me if I were to drop below. So instead, I will have Chessbra on his 2 alts lining up and grabbing the aggro far away from the agility falls for these maniacal monkeys. Therefore, if I fail an agility obstacle, it will be impossible for these nearly 100 monkeys to come one-hit me, and I will fake log before climbing the rope near the other monkeys before trying each obstacle yet again to avoid those 3. Finally, I overcame the agility obstacles and the entire maze with the help of my potions, and well, now I could unlock a secret passage in case I failed the boss, which I did. Kruk has a melee and range attack, it's immune to poison, and you can't set up a cannon down here. Also, this boss is instanced, meaning Chestbro can't help me with Venges, well, except for the initial one. So here's where it gets interesting. I will be taking recoils and using those to take down Kruk's entire 200 plus hit points. Now his attacks can hit over my hit points, so I will be ticketing every single attack like it's a melee attack even if it is a range attack because I can't tell the difference on the initial come out behind a safe spot. How do you ticket a melee attack, you ask? Well, there is no delay and I don't have a mind shield on this account similar to the 3 combat fire cape account and its melee ticketing. But do you remember this note I told you about at the beginning of this quest? Well, it's got 2 interfaces that pop up one after another, meaning I don't even need a shield or a stall to stack the 2 interfaces from my prayer book, and that one of these interfaces will prioritize to close before the damage registers on my character from a melee attack, giving me exactly 1 tick to perfect a ticket on every one of Kruk's 200 attacks, and a 1 tick delay before his damage hits me.
Eat shit and die.
Now Kruk and his tunnels were probably the biggest portion of this entire quest, but to my dismay, even after completing it, I found that the next demi-boss NPCs I would have to kill also deal a shit ton of damage over my max hit points, maxing in the 40s for both of these. Both of these NPCs are also immune to poison, venom, and even cannon, but once again, recoils still work, and this time, guess what? It's not instanced, meaning I can sit here at near max hit points while Chestbro avenges me on his ults to do quick and maximum damage while ticketing their attacks close to my full HP. Finally, I was able to move on to traversing the platform within this quest. On this platform, monkey guards patrol the area and will kick you out if you are caught. So normally, like any other account, I would just hide to avoid these NPCs at all costs during Monkey Madness 2. But then I realized, I still have some more divine potions in my bank, and well, all these guards are NPCs, meaning they can't see me if I am fake logged. So I'm just going to free run this entire platform while damaging myself the whole way. Now I had to go about riding a monkey while killing a monkey. Luckily, when you're mounted on these things, you get a huge stat increase, and I can virtually hit 20s. As well, the XP is highly reduced, only granting me maybe a total of 3 defense XP while hurting all 3 of these tortured gorillas. Although my hit points, defense, and prayer was still extremely low to fight these high-level NPCs solo. But fortunately, there was an object in the middle of this room that I could use to flinch these and take virtually 0 damage from them. Next, I met up with my friend Neve to take on some tortured gorillas, but this time in the Nome Stronghold. Here, I once again used Chestbraw's help via Venges, although I wouldn't need to tick the melee attacks from these NPCs as their max hit wasn't quite as high as the other NPCs earlier on during this quest. Now, of course, I am using a quest guide, so I know my best friend here, Neve, will die before the final fight coming up.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Therefore, I decided to have some fun with her before she left and haunt some other fellow players in honor of her memory. This might be a little off topic, but oddly enough, her range of where she can free walk normally isn't even coded properly to the Nome Stronghold gates, and you can literally just teleport to Barbarian Assault with a games necklace and walk around northeast of the stronghold. Either that or go Barbarian Fishing. Next, I prepared myself for the tortured and demonic gorillas you are required to fight before the actual final fight, Gluff. For this fight, I literally just sat practically AFK for 30 minutes while having Neve finish off the gorillas from a safe distance. Although this was effective and got me 0 combat XP like earlier tasks in this quest, I got extremely unlucky with the first attempt. That is because whenever you're killing the last 2 demonic gorillas, they spawn with a random protection pair up. And well, the last gorilla decided to spawn with protect melee up instead of protect range as the prior. Therefore, Neve couldn't do any damage, and I would have to teleport out and repeat this entire 30-minute AFK fight.
Round 2.
Luckily, the quest will save the completion of defeating these 4 NPCs, so I could teleport out and plan for Gluff separately at any time. Finally, I was here, and Neve's death wasn't in vain. All I would have to do to complete Monkey -2 at the lowest combat level possible was to defeat Gluff. But Gluff was no joke. Honestly, this is one of the most difficult challenges I've yet faced in RS. Gluff has an XP bonus if I attack it, it's immune to cannon, immune to poison, immune to venom, and it's instanced. But guess what? Once again, there is one thing this NPC, like every other NPC in this quest, isn't immune to. But there were still some problems. This boss is 575 hit points, meaning it will take me roughly an entire hour or more to perfectly recoil this boss down. Also, this boss hits 61s, meaning almost double my hit points. So basically, I will need to tick eat this boss, but according to some in my research on Reddit, it is not tick eatable. Fortunately, I found this to be false, although initially Gluff's first form melee attack is a tick late than normal melee attacks. This is a rare instance where I can tick eat a melee attack, but basically all of these tick eats have to be tick perfect. As well, the range attack has low delay from its projectile, and Gluff's last form has a teleport attack that pulls you into its melee range with almost 0 delay. This was not going to be fun, and not to mention, once again, this boss fight is instanced, meaning every time I die, I can't pick up the near 700 purple sweets I will bring in per attempt.
wait.
Never wrong or wrong.
Literally an hour and 10 fucking minutes, dude. Stupidest shit ever.
750 sweets with a combo. When have I ever been wrong about anything?
At this point, I was completely out of purple sweets, and there was only one man I could call upon for help in this trying time.
Behold the third Egyptian god! Winged dragon of
This questline was extremely frustrating and difficult, but in the end, we had defeated Gluff, making us the lowest possible combat level that had completed Monkey Madness 2 in the entire game.
Flexing ain't discreet about it.
Once again, if you all did find yourself enjoying this video, a subscription to my channel is always welcome and greatly appreciated. I hope you all stay safe out there, and I'll see you again very, very soon.